In this video, we're going to cover how to purchase a phone number once your account is set up. So first things first, you'll go to settings at the bottom here, the bottom left of the menu. Then you'll go to phone numbers and we'll go add number. So first you'll select the country you're in, the country that's your business is in, and then we'll select an area code local to your actual business. So if you have multiple locations and you want to get a phone number set up for a specific location, just make sure you select an area code specific to that location. So in this case, we're going to go with 403, which is a popular area code here in Calgary, Alberta. And we'll get an error message saying no numbers found, please try another area code. Now you'll typically get this error message when you choose an area code that's in a very popular city. So I know 587 is a secondary area code here in Calgary, so let's try that. And at this point it doesn't really matter which phone number you go with, and then you click save. Once you do that, give it a second and it'll show up here. Now this is going to be your primary outbound number, meaning any text messages or phone calls you make going out, unless you select otherwise, are going to go out from this new number if this is selected here on the left. By default, you'll have the original phone number selected. If you want to save the new number, you just select that and you don't have to click anything else. A couple other things: if you click the pencil icon at the far right of the new number you just purchased, you'll be able to name the number. Let's name this test number, and you'll be able to forward phone calls coming in to the new number to any number you'd like. So in this case, we'll just go with one of our company numbers. And past called number is caller ID. So what this means is, if you enable this, the phone number of the person calling you, a potential customer or a lead or anything, will actually show up on your caller ID. So let's say you have your cell phone here as a forwarding number, and you select this, and I were to call you, my phone number would show up on your caller ID, not the business phone number. Moving on, if we enable Call Connect feature, what that does is, if a lead or a customer calls you and you answer the phone, you'll get an automated prompt asking you to press any key in order to connect the call. So you could enable that if you'd like. If you need to enable that, you will have to actually update the whisper message. So whisper message is what you will hear when you answer the call from a lead or a customer or anyone else. So typically, you can add something like call from Google or call from business, something similar like that, just so you know where the call is coming from, especially if you have the caller's caller ID enabled. So moving on here, if you enable call recording, this will actually record the call, and it's optional to add a message letting the caller know that the call will be recorded. A standard message is something along the lines of, this call will be recorded for training and quality assurance purposes. However, this is not necessary in certain provinces and certain states. In some states and provinces, you need two-party consent to record a call, in which case it is mandatory for you to have this message. We would recommend checking with your legal team to make sure what the laws of your state or province are. Moving on, incoming call timeout is basically the time duration in seconds for an incoming call, after which it will hang up. So this, if you put 30 seconds here, the call will ring for 30 seconds on your end before the system passes it off to voicemail. Outbound call is the same thing, except it's in the opposite direction. When you make a call going out, how long do you want the phone to ring for until it sends you to voicemail? So these are optional. Once again, we recommend around 30 seconds. 20 to 30 seconds is a good number. Once you've done all that, you can click update and your settings are saved. And that's it. You're ready to make phone calls and send text messages from our system. If you have any questions, just reach out to our support team and we'd be happy to help.